Hi guys, welcome to another video about Carli. I've been working since 7 o'clock this morning, which means I've been at it around 5 hours. What have I done? I just downloaded a new Carli Calamares configuration. Prerequisites. What have I done? I've installed Gamma Ray on this system. I've installed Sublime Text on this system. Firefox is there. Thunar is there to become sudo Thunar and have a look at the Calamares log file, maybe, right? Been working on the Calamares branding, but there is branding and there is branding. There is also modules, there is settings conf, and I've been playing around with modules and CSS and the look and all that. I'll try to make the summary later on, but this is what we've got now. When we install the system, this is the new look. We have a new image up here. It doesn't care about dimensions. It can be on a huge television. It will still be a beautiful Carli and proportionally sized. We have got rid of all the buttons down here. A lot of buttons are about donation URL. That was the toughest to get rid of. And support URL and other stuff. We'll see it in the GitHub pushes. So the only thing that I need is the version. Okay. This can be a QML. It can be a widget. And this is the same. This can be a QML and a widget. I've chosen here for the widget and chosen here for QML. I did not want to have the logo up here. So normally there's a logo up there and I didn't care for it. I mean, this is the logo, right? So this is, well, all of it is new, but this is new. The size I think is bigger as well. The fonts are bigger. This is all the same as previously. Didn't change anything there. So we can skip all that. Looks good. That's the main point. And then next, didn't go for the keyboard Q because there are some QML variants of modules. This is maybe new and depending on how far you've seen the videos. So you have a choice here. This is definitely new because I hated the fact that I had to type always this difficult password. So from now on, it will say the password is shorter, but it does not require it anymore. Requiring means it can't go on, and now it's false. So you can go on. And then in the very end, you'll see that there is a nice finish Q thingy. What am I talking about, right? I have two screens. One screen has VirtualBox. It has Carli 10. I've built it, and then I keep building on Calamares configurations. We're at version 31, I think. You have the Calamares built, the Calamares configuration built, and both of them are open on your virtual machine and on your real machine, right? I've been playing a lot with lots of things basically, but users Q is out again. Didn't quite like the design of it, but still in early stages, let's call it like that, and the design needs to be changed or made more uniform to the rest of the things, which means here as well user Q, but I did go for a finished Q. So this is a Q element, and where is this coming from? All from, of course, from Calamares. So you do a github.com/calamares/calamares. That's the website. That's what you git clone, and that's where this code initially comes from. You change it any way you see fit, but that's where it comes from. You can, that's what I've learned today, is you can change your Calamares sidebar. This thing here, you can change it again. So the Calamares sidebar QML is copy pasted over from this GitHub from Calamares. And I didn't care for was the bit on the image. I don't want the image. So well, hashtag, or how you call this, a begin and a stop, and everything in between is a comment. So the 80 pixels that I always got stuck with, it kept this space of 80 pixels, and I didn't want that. And going to QML, so for a new look, a new kind of look, that was the trick. And did not change Calamares navigation QML yet, so that's the buttons at the bottom, because I went for widgets, not for QML look. And where do you decide all that? In the branding description, we've changed a lot of things. So we started reading. I suggest you do the same. We've changed the window size, and we went for reading all that, testing all that, widget non-QML. And I said, let's use the sidebar QML to the right. So that's why this thing is here to the right. And now we see the finishing. This is the finish queue with a nice text up here, a logo, a close install, restart system, some information, and then it's done. The installation is finished. So decisions, right? If you decide to do QML, it's going to look different, and so on and so on. This is actually quite easy to test for me, to show you guys how easy it is on a working system to change. And then we have this, and maybe you like this more, but then you need to change the size of the font as well, and off we go again, right? So yes, this is what I've been doing all the time, changing from this to that, or maybe none, which I've not tested because I don't think it makes sense to have a none, hide it entirely. I mean, how can I continue then? Let's have a look. Voila. Okay, it's hidden. I better write something to go ahead, because now I have nothing. So QML right, QML top, bottom, you can put it anywhere you like. Didn't try the bottom either. So this is how you should play around with all these settings on the fly. And we have this at the bottom. Great. No, not great, right? So branding description makes more sense either to the left or to the right. Save. Anything else I've changed in here? Some names and some numbers which are not important. The donation URL is gone here. Product logo is activated, but since we're not using the widget and using the other one, it doesn't show, right? But the product welcome, that shows. Some colors for the sidebar. Nothing changed here except maybe this, depending on how far you've seen the videos. Anything else, Eric? So the branding description, Calamares navigation, yes. Made a few logos. Finished QML. I've changed here the font size, font point size. I've added a font point size here as well, font point size here as well. Put a little bit less spacing and such things. More. Oh yeah, Seedling, I kept the name, but it's actually the logo of Carli. Okay. That's why this is Seedling. And the style sheet, probably the changes you know or don't know yet. These are some color changes, not much, not much. Kept it simple. Keep it simple and stupid. Okay, so you've seen that bit. Let's shut down, or maybe put it out of the way anyway, like so. And then best thing I can do, I think, is go over with you and that's what you should do, right? I won't be making videos on everything. So what you do is you read the code, you go git clone, not zip it, git clone Carli, Calamares configuration or anything else on the internet, and then you type open with git ahead. And the last thing I tried was make a border. It was unsuccessful. That code is not good. I see now. Okay, fine. So font point size is good. I changed the anchors, the top margins, 80 to 20, spacing a little bit less, a little bit more. So tweaking, theming, cherry picking code and having some fun here. The size of the logo was very small, 64, made it to 256, which is nicer. This is our logo, seedling SVG. So this is your text. SVG is actually a text file, and that's that. Tried users queue and then decided to get rid of it. User back in. So this is what you see. This is out. This is code. I've tested it out. Didn't like it very much. Gone out again. So users is back in. And here are these things. Do reuse password true, or set root part true. These are the settings where you can change these things. This was not prior before today, right? It was not there. So the users.conf, maybe I should do that as well. I always fall back on the code of Calamares. I always fall back on the git clone I once did, and I keep pulling, git pull, keep on pulling the new data, and that's why you can't zip it. That's why you need to git clone it, so you can git pull it, and then you go inside and modules, users. So there are two of them. I tried one of them, the queue, and then I said, okay, I'd rather use this one. It's a choice, like always in Linux. And this is your configuration, but not maybe the one you like. So you copy paste this thing or anything else from the modules over to where it needs to be, and it needs to be in your etc Calamares, well, modules, user queue or users.conf, or something changed in here as well, the settings.conf. You put it there. So I decided to go back to the users here, not the users queue. And this is probably then the move to go to users queue, right? From users to user queue. Finished queue as ending. That had been decided before that, and we tweaked it later. So in the settings.conf, we changed it from finished to finished queue. So we tell Calamares use that module, the one from QML. Q stands for QML. Didn't like my coloring for the progress bar. I just kept it blue the way it is, because it's gradient, and this is not gradient. This is standard yellow from Carli. So played everything, tested everything, widgets, QML, right, left, sizes, repeated changes, the sidebar, bigger, how the radius, yeah. There were buttons with a radius, so rounded borders. Didn't like it at all. So the radius is gone, back to 0. Very big buttons. So from 35 to 24. Font size needed to be the same everywhere. And wow, yeah, this took me a minute. QW widgets, style sheets, just a small W or a big W. It fails with a small w. It needs to be Q widget, capital widget. But before you get to that point, it's an hour that you've lost. That's life. Here I decided to put in the QML things, and the sidebar QML. Where is this coming from? Let's repeat the exercise. Where is it coming from? It's coming from documents, Calamares, from, what's the name again? The default Calamares sidebar. Where is that? Where is that? Make this bigger. This is coming from sources, branding, defaults. Nope. This is coming from QML. Come on, where did I find it again? Nope, not here. Calamares, third party, no. I would think it would be here. QML, no, we've been there. Modules. Sorry guys, I wanted to make this a small video, but it's gonna be a longer video. I'm struggling. Where is this thing again? Source. Well, pause button. Oh, finally found it. It's inside Calamares. So branding, not but Calamares. This guy and this guy. It took these two guys over, and just using one of them sidebar. But maybe in the future I will use the other one. So from time to time, if you're gonna copy paste things like that, this will not stay the same over time. So whatever you put in your your configuration, you need to check it from time to time. Is there new lines, new elements in there? Correct dimension, logo horizontal, try it out this look, that look. I'm playing around with logos, I see, and adding some CSS. This is not a good idea because it says an ArcoLinux. So back to product name Carli. QML as option. Logo app. So we are in the Q CSS. This is 7 o'clock in the morning. And logos, style sheets, Carli 2, colors, buttons. Here we're getting rid of, I think, primarily of these icons, but they're probably gonna be, here it is, donate URL. This is it, show donate URL false. You don't want to have that donating and then all the support URLs, known URLs, all these buttons need to go away and just have one thing, the version. Now I was at 7 o'clock or something. The date is 29, Eric. So here somewhere, lower up. Okay, colors. The size limit -1 is added here. At 6 o'clock in the morning. Eric is at work. Yeah, woke up. And I decided to add this thing for the partition choices, and the partition choices are here. So available file system is now X4, BTRFS, XFS, JFS, Riser, and F2FS. And that's the other day when I found the typo. So this is all the work, and you can follow it along what I've made. And you can actually, another great tip would be, Carli Calamares configuration, the one from now, download it, and then 82 commits, go back till this morning, here, browse a repository at that particular moment in time, download that zip, and I keep telling you every video over and over again, go download and compare. So extract here, you can go, and extract here, and you can go, and that's it. That's my work. Compare. So I've done branding descriptions here, make it bigger, QML to the right, all kinds of changes here, Carli 2 image, some color changes, and you can go it one by one, very simple. But these are new files, new files, finish Q, seedling, style sheet, QSS. What did we change? All that, right? And the settings conf, the finished queue, that's our decision, to use the finished queue, not the others. Maybe in the future the others. Some new modules, finished queue, some text. Partition configuration, yeah, we needed to have these file systems. Users conf, we want to have an easy way of logging in, and simple password is possible now. And the welcome.conf as well. Why did we do that? For the branding, for the URLs, the buttons, show donate URL. Voila. It's that simple, right? Don't ask people questions. Start by comparing one folder and another folder, and then you see what happens and learn from the code of others. I think I've said it all. So now you know why our Carli is looking a little bit different. Yeah. And anyway, anything I haven't said, it's hidden in the code. It's there. So compare what you have, compare what I have, what we've changed, and that's that. Cheers.